Emma found out she wasn't invited 3 hours before the party next door. And the sting hit harder because of how casually it happened. Her phone buzzed while she was stopped at a red light in downtown Portland. A notification from a family group chat she barely checked anymore. She tapped it without thinking. Photos filled the screen. Gold balloons. White chairs lined in neat rows. A banner stretched across a familiar backyard fence. Ryan and Claire, today we celebrate Emma's. Chest tightened. She read the messages again, slower this time, as if the words might rearrange themselves and include her name. They didn't. Her younger brother Ryan was throwing a big engagement party. Oh, everyone seemed to know. Cousins, old friends, neighbors. People she recognized from his social media. Everyone except her. The light turned green. Cars behind her honked. Emma drove forward on instinct, her hands steady even as her thoughts raced. She told herself it had to be a mistake. Ryan was forgetful, always had been. Maybe he assumed she knew. Maybe he thought she'd show up anyway. Still, the silence felt loud. By the time she reached home, the neighborhood was already alive. A delivery truck blocked half the street. Someone laughed loudly from Ryan's yard. Music thumped through open windows. Emma parked and sat there for a moment, watching strangers carry trays through the gate next door. Her chest felt hollow, like something important had quietly slipped away. She went inside, set her bag down, and stared at the wall. After 10 minutes of trying to distract herself, she picked up her phone and called Ryan. He answered on the third ring, sounding breathless and cheerful. "Hey, Em, what's up?" She didn't ease into it. "Are you having a party today?" A pause. Short. Careless. "Oh, yeah," he said. "Did you see the pics?" "I did," Emma replied. "I didn't get an invite." Ryan laughed, light and quick. "I didn't think you'd care. It's kind of a big social thing, couples, you know?" "I'm your sister," she said. "I know," he replied, already distracted. "But you've been kind of distant. I figured you'd rather be alone." Emma swallowed. "You didn't ask." Another pause. One longer. "Don't make this a thing," Ryan said. "It's not personal. It just wouldn't fit the vibe." The word landed like a slap. "Okay," Emma said quietly. "Good talk." "Later," Ryan replied, and the call ended. Emma stood in her kitchen, phone still in her hand, the refrigerator humming behind her. She felt embarrassed for calling, for expecting more, for thinking family meant automatic belonging. Their parents had died years ago, months apart, leaving Emma at 25 and Ryan at 22 to figure things out alone. Back then, they had promised to stick together. Somewhere along the way, that promise had thinned into politeness and distance. Emma looked out her back window. Ryan's yard was just beyond the fence, bigger, newer, loud. She thought about leaving, driving to the coast, spending the day anywhere else. Instead, she stepped outside. Her own backyard wasn't impressive, but it was hers. A wooden table sat. Under an old maple tree, string lights hung from the fence, left there after a quiet summer dinner months ago. Her garden was full, a mix of flowers she had planted slowly, patiently. The music from next door drifted over the fence. Laughter rose and fell in waves. Emma took a deep breath. She didn't want revenge. She didn't want attention. She just didn't want to disappear. She went back inside, changed into a simple dress, and tied her hair back. Then she opened her contacts and started texting. Not everyone, just a few people. A coworker she trusted. A neighbor she often waved to. A friend who had once told her she missed seeing Emma smile. Her message was simple. "I'm having a small get-together this afternoon. If you're free, you're welcome." No explanation. No bitterness. Then she went back outside and turned on the grill. The first guest arrived. Sooner than she expected. Lucas lived 2 houses down. He was quiet, polite, always walking his dog in the evenings. They had talked a few times, never long, but always easily. He stood at her gate holding a bottle of wine, looking unsure. "I hope this is okay," he said. "I heard music and saw the lights. Then I got your message." Emma smiled, surprised at how much lighter she felt seeing him. "I'm glad you came." He stepped into the yard, glanced around, and nodded. "This feels calm, in a good way." The afternoon moved forward. More people arrived, not crowds. It's just enough. Each person greeted Emma like they meant it, like they had chosen to be there. Someone brought homemade cookies. Someone else brought folding chairs. Conversations formed. Naturally, without shouting or posing, Emma moved between guests, refilling drinks, laughing softly, listening more than she spoke. She felt present, grounded. At one point, she noticed Ryan standing near the fence, drink in hand, watching. His yard was full, but scattered. People clumped into loud groups, phones out, smiles sharp. Music played too loud as if trying to prove something. Emma looked away. Lucas sat beside her on the wooden bench, handing her a plate. "You okay?" he asked. She nodded. "I didn't realize how much I needed this," he smiled. "Sometimes the best gatherings aren't planned. Just happen." As the sun dipped lower, her yard glowed softly. Laughter felt real. Conversations slowed, deepened. Emma felt something shift inside her, not anger, not sadness, but clarity. She wasn't missing out. She was building something better. And across the fence, Ryan watched as the party, he thought, would define the day, slowly lost its shine, while the one he never expected quietly became unforgettable. The moment Ryan stepped through the gate between the two yards, Emma knew the day had changed forever. The sun was sinking behind the houses, painting the sky in soft orange and blue. String lights glowed above Emma's backyard, and the air carried quiet laughter and the smell of warm food. It wasn't loud, it wasn't flashy, but it felt full in a way Emma hadn't felt in years. Ryan stood near the fence, holding his drink. No smile on his face now. His party next door was still going, but the energy had shifted. People drifted in and out. Music played, but no one danced. Emma wiped her hands on a napkin and met her brother's eyes. "I didn't know you were having people over," Ryan said, his voice unsure. Emma didn't apologize. "I opened my door. That's all." Ryan looked around her yard. People sat close, leaning in to talk. Someone laughed softly. A couple shared a quiet moment near the fire pit. "It looks different," Ryan said. "It is," Emma replied. "It's honest." For a second, Ryan didn't speak. He leaned against the fence, staring at the lights. "I thought today was about showing everyone how far I'd come," he said. "I wanted it to look perfect." Emma folded her arms and did it. He didn't answer right away. Earlier that day, Ryan had felt proud watching guests arrive. He had loved the noise, the attention, the way people congratulated him. But as the hours passed, conversations felt shallow. Guests checked their phones. Some asked why the music was so loud. Others left early. And every time Ryan glanced next door, he saw something he didn't understand at first. Ease. Emma wasn't performing. She wasn't trying to prove anything. People weren't there because they felt expected to be. They were there because they wanted to be. "I messed up," Ryan said quietly. Emma studied him. She saw the brother she grew up with, not the man who had mocked her hours earlier. "You didn't just forget me," she said. "You decided I didn't belong." Ryan swallowed. "I thought you were pulling away from everyone." "I was pulling away from being ignored," Emma replied. The words hung between them. Lucas approached, stopping a few steps away. "Everything okay?" he asked Emma. She nodded. "Yeah." Ryan glanced at him, then back at Emma. "I didn't mean to hurt you." "I know," Emma said. "It still happened." Ryan exhaled slowly. "I'm sorry." The apology wasn't loud or dramatic. It wasn't perfect, but it was real. Emma felt something loosen inside her. "I don't need to be invited to everything," she said. "Just don't want to be erased." Ryan nodded. "You weren't supposed to be." They stood in silence as laughter rose behind Emma. The soft music continued. A breeze moved through the trees. "I should get back." Ryan said finally. Emma watched him walk away. Not angry, not relieved, just calm. As night settled in, her party grew quieter. Guests hugged goodbye. Plates were stacked. Chairs folded. The yard returned to stillness, but the warmth remained. Lucas stayed behind, helping her clear the table. They worked side by side, passing plates, sharing small smiles. "You handled that well," he said. Emma shrugged. "I'm tired of shrinking." He looked at her with gentle interest. "You didn't shrink today. You grew." They finished cleaning and sat on the bench beneath the lights. The world felt slower now. "Can I tell you something?" Lucas asked. "Sure, when I came today, I almost didn't," he admitted. "I thought maybe I'd feel out of place. But this felt right." Emma smiled. "I felt the same way." They talked easily about work, about small dreams, about the strange paths life takes. The conversation flowed without effort. Across the fence, Ryan's party ended. Lights shut off, cars drove away. Emma didn't watch. When Lucas finally stood to leave, he hesitated. "Would you want to get coffee sometime?" he asked. "Just us." Emma met his eyes, her heart steady. "I'd like that." After he left, Emma turned off the lights one by one. She stood alone in her yard, the quiet wrapping around her like a promise. She thought about the girl who had once waited to be included. The woman who had believed silence meant safety. Today had taught her something different. Belonging wasn't given by an invitation. It was built, slowly, bravely, and on her own terms, and for the first time in a long while, Emma felt ready for whatever came next.